Tovshin Chovches, Shabbos Parshas Chayesoro, there was a Aguda Yisrael convention. And by this convention, there was somebody who got up and spoke. He was Rosh Yeshiva, some Yeshiva. The Rosh of his name is Yud Gimel. And he spoke about the posuk where it says, Vayehav Yitzchak Esav ki Tzayid b'fiv. And he explained that what it means is that Yitzchak Poshet loved Esav physically because Poshet gave him food, because he had a personal anoah for him. That's why he loved him. And then he connected that to Lubavitch, that the reason Lubavitch is Mekarev, all the Freya people, and you compare them to Esav, is only because Kitzayid Bifi, because Lubavitch has anoah from them. Lubavitch gets money from them. That's the only reason we do it. And they even say that he alluded that the word Yitzchak, the name Yitzchak, refers to the Frierdiker Rebbe, and he meant it b'negei the Frierdiker Rebbe and Lubavitch b'chlal. They also spoke by that convention against Mifsat Film. And then they made this person who spoke against Lubavitch, they made him by the dinner, by the convention, Ish HaKoved. They gave him an honorary title. So on Shabbos Parshas Toldos that year, Tovshin Chovches, the Rebbe made a big machoah, and the Rebbe said, hey Tochen, that nobody was meicha, nobody protested. And not only that, they made him into Ish HaKoved. And the Rebbe said, how could he say such a thing? How could he say this on Yitzchak? How could he say that Yitzchak Poshet because he had personal anoah, that's why he loved him? And the Rebbe went into the whole Eiriches, bringing proof from all kinds of places, from Rashi, from Gemara, from Chassidus, that the godless of Yitzchak. So they said, the Rebbe said, that he really meant Lubavitch. So the Rebbe said, first of all, Mishtei Tonder Shidduch. I'm happy that they compare Lubavitch to Yitzchak. And he quoted the Maaseh from the Mittel Rebbe, that the one that mastered him, Shasi was talking later, he called him Rebbe. So the Mittel Rebbe said, you see, you yourself admit I'm Rebbe. So here also the Rebbe said, he himself, who's talking against Lubavitch, compares Lubavitch to Yitzchak. And the Rebbe said that this is not the first time he speaks. Already before he spoke against the Alter Rebbe, the fact that the Alter Rebbe made a siddur, etc., etc. And the Rebbe said he has to go to the Moras HaMachpelah and he has to ask Mechila from Yitzchak. Then the Rebbe said that he didn't only speak against Yitzchak, but against another Yitzchak. The Arizal was also called Yitzchak, and the Arizal Taichus, Kitzayid B'fiv, means that he loved Esav because there was a lot of things he could hunt from him, which means in the Tzut is Akdusha. Elamai, this guy says, Ainli Esek B'Mistoris. He doesn't care about the Yonim of Kabbalah, Yonim of Seides HaTorah, he doesn't care. So the Rebbe said, so he's going against the Gra also, because the Gra also writes that you have to learn Kabbalah. This was a long time the Rebbe spent a big chelik of the Fabrengen, Parashat Toldos, in this Macho and this Inyan. Came to Parsha Vayishlach, the Rebbe again spoke by Ariches and again took up a very long time from the Fabrengen. And here the Rebbe added that they also spoke against the fact that there was Nisim in Eretz Yisrael by the 6-day war, even though people over there know for sure that there were Nisim. The Rebbe went into the godless, the greatness of Mifsat Film, and he spoke about Mifsat Film. And so the Rebbe said they tined to me that I said that the same person who spoke against Yitzchak also there was the one that spoke against Mifsat Film. That's not true. There were two different people said. So the Rebbe said, first of all, I said that I wasn't there. The first time when he spoke about it, he said he wasn't there, he just heard it from people, so I heard it. So it's a mistake. So I'm telling you, I made a mistake. That it wasn't one person that said it, there were two people that said it. But what difference does it make? The ikar is there were people who listened and people who heard Achilik if they heard it from one person, heard it from two people. And then the Rebbe explained why he said that he has to go to the Moras HaMachpelah to ask Mechila. A whole arich is here. And this took up a very, very long time with the Fabrengen. Then Shabbos Parshas Vayeshev, which is a third Fabrengen, it wasn't the next Fabrengen because in between Parsha Vayishlach and Parsha Vayeshach was Yutas Kislev, but Yutas Kislev didn't speak about it. So he spoke about Parsha Vayeshev, other protim. He said that they tined him, since it was two people who spoke, so Shnaim Shasu Apturin, two people who did something together, they're potter, so it's a less inyan. So the Rebbe said, what are you talking about? When do we say Shnaim Shasu Apturin, if two people do a malacha together, they're potter, if each one did half of the malacha? But if each one did the whole malacha, in this case, each one, whoever said, the one that spoke first one against Yitzchak and Lubavitch is the whole terrible malacha, and the other one that spoke against Mifsat Film did another terrible malacha. Now here, this time, Pasha Vayeshev, the Rebbe didn't speak so long about it, it was towards the end of the Fabrengen. But Lapel came out that the Rebbe spoke about it 3 times. We always knew that when the Rebbe came out about something special, like a special niftzah or other special things, he would make sure to speak about it in 3 Fabrengens. So here the Rebbe spoke about it in 3 Fabrengens, and the Rebbe made this such a machoah, that it's seldom to hear such a machoah in such words like the Rebbe did here. And they take, when they heard all these things that the Rebbe said, they never Cholim, they never dreamt that the Rebbe is going to go out so sharp against them. And they learned their lesson that from then on they didn't ever do this again.